I found myself literally one day looking up and sitting in a Jeep that didn't have all the paperwork or anything else and was homeless. This is the Peterson Automotive Museum. Behind you would be the Tesla chassis. Oh, I love this job right now. It's a transformation for me. Just for example, at the end of the day, I can say I've actually touched about $1 billion worth of merchandise today. My father had a business in the fashion industry. I was actually the person that did the pattern grading, which had to do with a lot of the mathematics. A lot of the manufacturers were leaving. Why would they pay $1 when they can pay 10 cents overseas? My father, he had died in about 2000. I did have one account that I was able to save from my father. He eventually went out too. But when that happened right there, I really hit rock bottom. And you can just see people just kind of looking at you, glaring at you. They knew you were homeless. Boy, it was pretty traumatic, pretty traumatic. While I was in the shelter at the time, a counselor had told me about Goodwill. I wasn't really, so enthused about it because I went through different programs before that yielded nothing.
When they come into the class, sometimes when they're just starting out, they look like they've been defeated. One of the things that we try to instill with them is that we're going to give you all the tools that you need to be a success. You just have to trust us. If we tell the students that we're going to do something for them, we're going to do it for them.
I enrolled in the loss prevention course. I didn't believe that they would give me a job. And one day, after going through the process of getting my certifications, I'm sitting up here in a room with 10 to 12 possible employers. And I'm like, wow, is this really happening?
James came to the museum to work security. We used to have an interaction all the time when I would come to work, and he'd say, if there's any time an opening that comes up in your department, would you consider me? And sure enough, when we opened the new museum, we really needed someone on a full-time basis to go through the museum and make sure that everything was clean. I approached him and said, James, you still interested? He's worked his way now up to the lead detailing specialist. He's very responsible. He takes everything seriously because he knows that the cars, the collection is what makes the museum.
All I needed was a chance. I just needed just an opportunity to kind of get through those doors.
I don't think there's anyone in this museum that has a bad thing to say about him. They actually look forward to seeing him every day because he's got such a positive attitude.
Goodwill has changed my life so much. Goodwill put me back on track again.